Yep.
So then I guess this would be the very first episode of Road Vets. And that makes you my very first guest, Kevin Dicen of the United States Marine Corps.
Hoorah.
What is your MOS?
6113.
What's 6113?
Helicopter mechanic.
Flight line.
Yes.
Yeah. What was the squadron that you served under?
I served under two.
That's true. What was the first one?
461.
That's where we served together.
Yes.
What was the second one?
302.
302. I forget.
302.
It was
You're gonna edit
302.
that.
The flying,
I don't
the,
remember.
the Phoenix.
Yep, Flying Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the flying chickens. And then we were the disco ponies. The Iron Horse was the disco ponies.
Iron Horse.
Don't get me started on them because we have a lot to talk about with
Yeah.
Iron Horse alone. The first thing I want to ask you is why the Marine Corps?
Why did I choose the Marine Corps? Or the Marine Corps chose me? Nah.
If that's true, why?
No, what was happening was that around that time, I wasn't going to college. I kind of knew the college wasn't for me because I didn't want to get into debt. I've seen it in other people that they go to college, right? And they get into debt. And then when they come out, they don't get a job right away. So it's like a couple of years of them, doing crappy work to pay for their debt, housing, whatever.
Maybe they have like junior positions that they're still living at the parents' house.
Yeah. So I figured, why the hell am I going to pay to get into debt and then not find the job? And also because my limited knowledge of, how all of that worked, basically what I knew was that that a lot of places require not only the degree, right, but also experience. I knew that for a fact because, when I was looking for a job, they're like, 4 years experience, 5 years, 6 years experience required. So, got me thinking, so if you go to college, you're not going to have the experience and they're not going to hire you, right away because you need the experience.
Well, that's the why of why I joined the military. But why did you choose the Marine Corps?
Okay. I have a cousin that he was in the Marine Corps, and he's the one that actually got me thinking about it and, gave me all the spew on it. And also he kind of sweetened it up as well, as some people do. You got to travel and blah, 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 and all this bullshit. So I was like, fuck it.
So he kind of pitched it to you?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep. So I was like, fuck it. I'll go talk to a recruiter.
How old are you at that time?
I think I was 21. I think it was.
You know what? That's right, because you've always been like a year and a half older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So what were you doing between when you graduated high school and when you signed up?
I was actually working a Blockbuster. You remember that?
I remember you telling me about it.
Yeah. Blockbuster. I was working there. And then there was some hiccup that happened there. They, how should I put it? Suspended me, I guess, or something to that effect, pending some kind of investigation or something like that. Some customer complaint or something about me, I guess I don't know if it was attitude or something like that, and 2 weeks passed by, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Any investigation? Anything wrapped it up? They're like, oh, no, not yet. 3 weeks later, nothing. 4 weeks later, nothing. So I was like...
That's like a soft release.
Bingo. So I took the hint.
That's kind of cowardly.
just left it like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. That's how it happened. And I started looking into other work, and I was out of work for a couple of months, and that sucked. Yeah, that sucked, because I had to rely on my mother for just about everything. My mother and my stepfather for just about everything: gas money, insurance, and also my girl at the time also pitched in a certain situation. So anyway, so my cousin had just came back from the Marine Corps, boot leave, and he told me about the Marine Corps. I was like, oh, okay. That's how I went to speak to the recruiter, and they served you up.
Your cousin was on leave at the time from boot camp.
Yes,
Recruiter's assistance?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, this is kind of a lead-in because, what was this, like 2000 or 2001?
One.
See, because if this was 2001 and you and I went to boot camp at the same time, November 21st, 2001, but I signed in.
Actually, it was the 26th, but it was basically, you were 21,
Yeah.
I was considered 26.
Well, I stepped on the footprints on the 21st.
Oh.
But that's still like getting processed, and then everybody's official date really starts on another day later, sure. But get the way they see. My official sign-up date was months before that. So what I'm really gonna be asking you is, that summer, did you already sign up?
Yes.
Which means you were already signed up when September 11th happened.
Yeah.
What were you doing on September 11th?
That same day,
Yep.
I was actually
As a Marine Corps poolee.
I was actually sleeping.
Well, it was early in the morning.
Yeah, I was actually sleeping, and my girl at the time, she's the one that woke me up and told me, "Hey, come look at this. Look what happened to the tower." And I was like, "Nah, stop playing." Yeah, stop playing. So she insisted. I looked, went over and looked at the TV, and I was still in denial. I saw the footages and all of that, and I was like, "Nah, man, that's a hoax. That's some kind of prank or something. That ain't happening." And yeah, sure enough, it did happen.
You know what's interesting? I don't know if it was weeks before that one pitcher from the Yankees ran into the building by accident. Remember?
I vaguely remember
Vaguely,
something like
because
that.
it was
Very
like
vaguely.
that long ago. So I was like, did this happen again when the first one hit? We're in the recruiting station when it happened. But anyways, this is about you, not me. I'll tell you about that some other time.
All right. But
So then she got you up, and then you saw it on TV, and then what? Like, did you know anybody who was down there?
no,
No, that's good.
yeah, no, didn't know. But I do remember. I went out. I was going to go to my friend's house or something like that, or my mom's, because I was in Manhattan, Harlem, and I went over the bridge. But then I saw on the other side.
The same day you were in Harlem?
Yeah,
Oh, you were
Yeah.
on the island then.
yeah. So what happened was, people were able to come out of the island, but nobody was being led into the island,
Right.
into Manhattan.
My dad was on the island.
Yeah.
We couldn't contact him with cell phone. Nobody's cell phone was working, nothing.
Yeah, I remember driving north.
The
on
bridges were locked up.
I remember driving north on the Major Deegan. That's 87 North, in the Bronx. And I remember the southbound one lane was clear. It was, which
The
is
Walking Dead.
very, very, very unusual. And then I see a row of SUVs with lights on just flying by. Yeah, yeah.
That was the Bin Laden family. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
That's fucked up.
I know, it's a joke.
That's fucked up.
They were on the plane that got to leave. It's another joke.
Yeah.
You heard
yeah,
about that, though.
Yeah.
We don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
We don't want to get into that.
A lot
That's,
of people
that's on the next episode. I'm just kidding. But anyways. Oh, man. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
All right. What about, there's something else that I wanted to ask you about. I don't know if it's off the table or not, but
No.
damn.
Go ahead.
All right. Can I put it back on?
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Put
right.
it back on.
What about like? Can I talk about your immigrant status and as it relates to the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
Cool. Tell me about it. Because I remember when we were serving together, that's when you made it official. I thought that was really cool.
Well, I was a resident, not a citizen, not a naturalized citizen, and then in the Marine Corps, I don't remember exactly how or why that came to my mind. Um, I think it has something to do with my mother wanted to make a trip, or I wanted to make a trip to the Dominican Republic or something like that, and I guess my residence card had expired, or I don't know, something to that effect. So I was like, why the hell am I gonna use two? Because I needed the residency and the passport to travel out of the country. So, I figured let's just make it easy and just the passport, and I can go basically anywhere. And on top of that, it was free. The fee, it was free for military at that time. So, fuck it. Why not?
I remember. All right. I remember when I went to the Dominican Republic to get divorced. That was the last time I could use my birth certificate as a passport. And then it had stamps on the back, like the ones that you would put in the passport. And that was the last year that they allowed that in DR or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if that has anything to do with that, but
Got you.
things have changed a lot since then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now they virtually strip you naked.
Yeah. So I was in platoon 1009. You were in 1013. I remember that. What were your drill instructors' names?
Damn. I don't remember.
I only remember the top three because we had. Oh no, it was Beasley. I remember my 4 drill instructors, but I still talk to people from boot camp, so that's why it stays sharp in my brain.
Yeah, I don't.
You don't keep up with anybody from boot camp?
Nope.
What about from 461?
461. Yeah, got some people. Yeah, you obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some people. Some people on Facebook that we keep in touch.
I want you to tell me your most favorite memory in boot camp, and also your least favorite memory in boot
Holy
camp.
shit, we're going back over 20 years. Holy shit. Let me see.
We're gonna go through the boot camp. We're gonna talk about your experience in Djibouti, Africa. I want to know about your time in 461 and in 302. And then we also gotta remember that we went to the Flying Griffins for a while when 461 went over to Africa for 6 months.
It was with who was it with?
It was with the Flying
464?
Griffins.
464?
No, 464 is the Condors.
Who was it that we went over there with?
They're the
We got
Griffins, but
attached
there's
to?
like 362 or something like that. I don't remember. I'm
Yeah,
never
I
gonna
don't
remember the number. It was, but we were definitely with the Griffins. Not the. No, wait. Damn. They were like this.
I know.
The Flying Griffins, not
The
to be
Condors.
confused with with the Phoenix.
Yes, 302.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And that was where Malou was, which we're not gonna talk about
okay.
on camera. Woo! So boot camp. Your what would you rather talk about first? Your least favorite thing that happened in boot camp, or your favorite thing that happened?
The thing with that is I don't really think about it. Haven't really thought about it.
This is why I gotta ask, because if you never thought about it, maybe you.
No, I've never really thought about it. Well, I know my least favorite time over there was when I almost drowned.
Was this during swim call?
Yes.
So you're not a good swimmer?
Yes. Well,
Yes, you are a good swimmer?
I'm a good, okay swimmer. Not a great one, but it wasn't because of me.
Oh, somebody almost pulled you down? Oh,
They actually did.
that's bad.
Yeah.
What'd they do to them?
I don't know. I don't know what they did to him. He was still around, but
Did you ever have issues with people being racist towards you in boot camp?
in boot camp, I don't know. Yeah, there were hints here and there. Not from the drill instructors, but from, you know, fellow recruits. I guess at that time still because, you know, we weren't Marines
What
yet.
about like highlights? Did you ever have like a highlight?
I remember a highlight. Let me see. Highlight. Well, there's one highlight that just popped into my head that when we were doing the PFT, I remember doing pull-ups. I was flying through them. I was flying.
Oh
through them.
yeah.
'Cause I
No
was fucking-
kipping.
Yeah, I was skinny as fuck. I was flying through them, and yeah, when I was like on number 30 or something like that, the drill instructor was like, "Okay, get down." Oh,
You fell off the cliff, but you're
Yeah.
good.
you know, said, "Okay, get down." So I remember that. Also, I was, yeah, I was pretty good physically. I wasn't the best, but I wasn't, you know, the worst.
Did they ever make you like a squad leader or a guide or like scribe or like house mouse or
Yeah.
What'd they make you?
It was squad leader, but it was like very.
You got to be squad leader?
Yeah, but it
they
was
never
like-
made me squad leader.
very brief. It was like a turn or two or something like that.
Yeah, but you got to do it. That means you
Yeah.
performed good enough for them to notice your performance.
Yeah. Well, also the thing is, I don't think I was tall enough.
Oh.
Part of it.
What about
Geiger.
yeah, I want to go in order.
Mm-hmm.
Just like from each thing, like you had to have like things
Oh.
that stood out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could tell you something from every place that I went to. Like in Camp
Yeah.
Geiger, there was a corporal that was like abusive and like kneeing people in the stomach when nobody was looking. He was like, "Listen, yeah,
Really? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
No. I do remember, let me see, in boot camp, one time there was this white guy. He was Lyman. I think that's what that was his last name, Lyman. Lyme.
Was he part of our schoolhouse lineman?
Yes.
That's the same one.
Yes. Yep.
So you were stuck with him that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember there was some difference, something like that, and I guess him and a couple other guys saw Full Metal Jacket, so I vaguely remember that him and another person or two other person came over to my bunk bed like they wanted to start some trouble or something like that, and I basically stood my ground and they just went away. Nothing happened.
Like little cockroaches.
Yeah.
Of course.
I guess. So I remember that. I remember I punched a wall. I was frustrated at one time. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I kind of it swelled up a little bit, and you know.
So then you go on to combat training. You want me to tell you something real quick just to
Yeah.
like interject? Because I don't know if you remember, but we were in combat training together, right?
Yeah.
That's where we became friends.
Camp Geiger.
Camp Geiger, that's where we became friends. The reason that we ended up becoming friends is because of Javier.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were in the line and there is Fox Company,
Mm-hmm.
the line, and then they come up and they stop us right here, and Javier's like back there, and I'm like, Javier, get in front of me so that you're in Fox Company because they're gonna start next week and we don't have to wait. He's like, I can't cut. I'm like, fine. What do? I get out of line
Come to the front of the line. Fox Company.
to Javier, and he was
No,
like,
I
"No, we
can't
can't cut." So then I was like, "Fine." I get out of the line and I get in front of him. Now I'm in hotel. That's how I ended up with you guys.
Yeah.
So, how was your experience in combat training?
It was good. Now, all of that time and all of that stuff, I think I kind of blocked it out, or I don't know, guess old age, that I didn't put too much emphasis on that. But what I do remember is sometimes it got a little chilly, Sometimes,
Because if we got out in February from boot camp,
Yes.
and then we're in Jacksonville, it's still.
Mhm.
But anyways, yeah.
yeah, remember that. But what I would never forget is how I can't stand Skittles anymore because of that.
Because of MREs?
Yes.
Mm.
I think of Skittles, I look at Skittles, I can't even smell Skittles, and I want to throw up.
What about Charms? Well, you
Nothing.
don't see those anywhere except
Yeah.
MREs, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly.
Yeah.
But no, it was like Skittles. I got hooked into Skittles, and I was trading everything and anything for Skittles, and I ate so much fucking Skittles that then one day I woke up and I couldn't. I wanted to throw up. I literally wanted to throw up, but
It's
also
like an association.
no, that day I really wanted to throw up. But anyways, I do remember the night training we did. That was fucking cool as fuck.
In what, boot camp?
No, Camp Geiger.
Oh, camp night training? Oh, with the tracer
Yes.
rounds. I don't know why I missed those, but I
Yeah.
got to see it. I didn't get to
Yeah.
shoot it, but I got to see it.
Yeah, that was, and the night vision goggles as well.
I got to
That
do
was
that on the
cool.
boat,
Oh,
on the Wasp.
oh really?
Freaking
The wasp.
I have so much to ask you, bro.
Oh.
I have a lot of questions to ask you.
Okay.
So, what was your experience like in the schoolhouse when you learned to become a helicopter mechanic?
Helicopter?
A helicopter mechanic on the CH-53 Echo Super,
Super
Stallion,
Stallion.
also known as the shitter.
Super lifter.
It's also known as the biggest helicopter in the free world.
Mm-hmm.
It can lift
Its own.
its own weight, which is like 30,000 pounds or something like that, and it can carry 30 people or 99 Somalians. And people think that's a joke or like even a shitty thing to say, but this is not a joke. This has been done, so it's not a joke.
Yeah.
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 But yeah.
The schoolhouse. It was interesting. It was like we were being treated like kids. I kind of stand it, rightfully so.
There was the barracks life, and then there was
Yeah.
the classroom.
Yeah, there were a lot of dumbasses.
There was waiting to be classed up, which was a whole experience, and then there was, oh my god,
Yeah.
I got in so much trouble. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about you.
Nah, I was good. I was good. The schoolhouse, I was good. I just remember one experience at the schoolhouse is I started. You remember Ronnie? I think it was the big tall black guy was my roommate. Then the other piece of shit, Velez. That piece of shit. Anyways, I started drinking, mixing. Great idea. Goldschlager and Bacardi Limon. Yes, mixing them together. No
Man.
chasers, nothing
Every
else.
time I think about my 20s, I'm like, so it's just like a series of bad decisions.
Yeah, I hope my son doesn't watch this because that was fucking dumb. Yeah, Goldschlager and Bacardi.
And what
Limon.
happened?
Got so fucking fucked up.
Blackout?
Not really blackout, but I think the next day, our instructor, he had duty over there at the barracks.
I
At the
was part of
schoolhouse.
this. Go on.
Yeah, and I remember he heard about it or something like that, and he called me, a couple others, and I remember me standing at attention in front of him, sweating, but actually being cold at the same time, and I had the shits in front of him at attention. Yeah, I don't know if he noticed it and took pity on me. And then he just, I don't remember what the hell we talked
You
about.
pooped
He
your
asked-
pants?
No.
Oh,
no.
about to say.
No, I did not. But
You were
as
just like,
soon as-
blah, blah, blah.
yeah. As soon as he dismissed me, I ran to the nearest bathroom and just blew it up.
That's funny. Reminds me of something that happened to me in Africa. Story for another time.
Yes.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, and I was there for a little bit because I was still sweating and feeling cold. And yeah, that's another drink that I'll never fucking drink again. Goldschlager and Bacardi Limon. Yeah.
To both of those. And then to mix them.
Exactly.
Yo, when I was like new to drinking, like that, I just was not a drinker. I'm like already like in 461 and I was still a noob to drinking. Somebody gave me Bacardi Limon and I took a drink of it, and it made my mouth water so much. I was just like, from all the nausea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're new
Gotcha.
to drinking and you're just like, this is too much. It's too,
Oh,
Bacardi Limon.
on that story, also after I finished those drinks, I across the room, across the hallway, they were drinking Budweiser, and I got into some Budweiser as well. So you can imagine that fucking mix and how fucked up I was.
Barracks life.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna. Maybe I'll save barracks stories for. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll have a part 2. Would you like to do a part 2 where we talk about all the crazy stuff we used to do?
Well, I don't know if you want.
Maybe that's not good for putting on camera.
No,
Yeah,
'cause you
that's
don't
a good idea.
You don't
This
want
is-
people to know. That
We don't want to.
did.
We don't want to. Yeah, but that's
No.
no. All right.
Nope,
all right.
nope.
So then, from the schoolhouse.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, before we leave the schoolhouse, did you ever do like any duties, like work at the armory for a little bit, or go get like sent off to like another little mini debt? Oh, you know what? Oh man, I keep remembering little things. You also went with me to Yuma,
Yes.
so I'm gonna put that's with
Oh, that's another adventure.
I'm gonna put that here. So I'm gonna give you like a quick rundown of what we're gonna talk about, so that you can recall things. But by the time we get to it, right? We get to 461, and then we got sent to the Griffins before we got sent to Africa, right? Because we got sent to Africa after that group.
Yes, it was part of the Mew.
And then when we came back from that, we got sent to Yuma. And then after that is when you decided to go to 302. And then I'm
Yes.
going to ask you about your separation and then how you adjusted to life after the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And then that was 20 years ago. So how's life been since then? So
Yeah.
that's where we're going with this, all right?
Yep, yep.
So, but before we get there, you've never had to like go to the armory for like a month or like a week. The rifle range, the gas chamber. You had any crazy experience at the gas chamber that's unique?
At the schoolhouse? No.
You never had a weird gas chamber experience? I had to go 5 times.
Well, you're talking about the schoolhouse
Just in
in general?
the
Just
whole career in the Marines.
No. I only did that experience once, luckily.
They did not like me.
Yeah, apparently.
I was too much of a free spirit.
Yeah. And yeah, that was stupid and fucking somewhat kind of mean that they give you this old ass fucking gas mask that don't fucking really work. And you know, like, yeah, break the seal. What the fuck you talking about? I've been breathing this shit since we started. Break the seal, breathe. I'm like, and fucking, I remember having snot coming down.
Boogers. Yeah, it's a big. It's like
the congestion.
You can just grab it and go.
Yeah, that was but I somewhat learned to kind of control my breathing there while in the fucking gas chamber. Yeah, that was bad. Because I remember like gasping for air, but couldn't really breathe fully, so I just kind of started taking like short breaths, and yeah, that's what like somewhat kept me sane, and you know, like not like a lot of others like. So.
By the time we got to 461, you already were fixing helicopters, but I remember helping you once change an axle to your car. So, like, were you already doing stuff to your car before you joined the Marines?
Very seldom.
Or were you just taking bigger risks on your car because you were already doing big things on an aircraft?
No. I for the longest time I used to dabble in stuff like that. Like I remember when I was like 13 or 14, something like that. I took apart my alarm clock. I took it apart, put it back together, for no goddamn reason at all, other than to, ooh, what's inside? That's about
So
it.
you always had a knack for
Yes.
R&R. Nice. Did you have like a mentor in 461 that I might not have known about?
Didn't really have a mentor per se, but I had a couple of people that kind of looked out.
They took you under their wing?
Not necessarily.
Well, for
Not
example, when
necessarily.
you got promoted, people pinned you, and you get to choose, right? Who did you choose to?
No,
Oh, really?
no, I didn't really get to choose. I don't remember choosing anyone, nothing like
So
that.
nobody, you don't have anybody that stands out for like helping you along the way.
I do have, man, that I remember we were fucking around on what was it? Not 464, the Griffin. Remember we before we went to Africa, we got attached to the Griffin. Was it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Flying Griffins.
Yeah, I remember. I always forget his name and don't remember short Brazilian sergeant.
You're talking about Sensei.
Yeah,
Conceição.
Conceição. There
He
you
looked
go.
out for you.
Yes.
He was not nice to me. He wasn't like blatantly mean to me, but when
It was
bad
probably
things
tough
happen,
love.
but when bad things happen to me, he looked the other way.
Really,
He was like, just get over it.
really. With me, it was that I remember. I don't remember who was driving, something like that, and somebody was like driving towards me, and like playing around, and I jumped, like I was jumping, on the windshield and the windshield of the Mighty Mike. Remember
The Mighty
that
Mike.
little Mighty Mike, and the windshield actually broke.
I remember that.
Holy shit! So Sergeant Concesio, he took the blame for
I
it.
remember that.
He took the bullet.
I
for me.
remember that. Now that you're mentioning it, I don't remember that for the longest, but now that you mention it, I'm like, oh, that did happen. That wow.
Yeah.
I remember he liked to like pull out his thing a lot and show it to people.
Really?
Yeah.
Why
on
the
night
hell would
crew.
you remember that? I don't remember.
Well, I'm like walking a night crew. I'm walking a night crew. He's like, "Did you get the wrench?" I'm like, "Yeah." What about this? And I point the flashlight, and there's his thing hanging out. I'm like, "You punk." Midget ass. But anyways, I can tell you stories about him, but I don't want that to be on camera either.
No. Yeah, because that just
But yeah, but
Fitz,
he was.
Fitz came to mind.
Fitz came to
Yeah,
mind,
but
and that's a bad story.
Yes, it is.
That kid disappeared into the ether of reality because he's impossible to find. I've been trying to look for him
Yeah.
just to see what happened to him. He left a private. He got kicked out.
Hmm?
He got kicked out of private.
Really?
Yeah. He got court-martialed. He got 90 days. He got the whole book. But anyways, so so you're saying that Sensei took you under his wing, but not in a direct way.
No.
He just looked out for you that one time.
Yeah. And he was never mean to me. He, friendly. I don't really think I have somebody that said, you know what, I'm taking under my wing and I'm teaching you everything I know. I kind of had, I was like, I guess not bounced around, but like I worked with everybody. You can say
For
that.
sure.
I worked with everybody.
Yeah. Oh man. Damn. Because I remember during those years is when we started going clubbing too. That was a great time. All the fellas going out to the Staff Sergeant Club, and then it was Party Zone and Tropicanas.
Party Zone.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Party Zone. You made friends with some of the regulars and some of the chow hall staff that was going there.
Rosa. Apellido Melo. And that was actually her fucking name. How the hell is it? Anyways.
Right. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any highlights from that period?
Not her. She was always nice to us and always looked out for us. Always sneaking in a little extra
A
portion.
little
too.
bit. She was a little strict about the starch, vegetable, meat, but
Yeah.
she was a little generous with the
Yeah.
portions. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Mainly towards the end when, not a lot of people were coming in and, she was fair. Yeah. Very, very nice lady. I remember she had invited us to her house once, which is considered a big no-no, 'cause
I wasn't
mean,
part of that.
No? Anyways, with her husband.
The gunny.
Yeah. Yeah, but like fraternizing and all that, and it could be seen, bad. But she was a really, really nice lady.
You know what? In retrospect, knowing what I know now, I would have fraternized with people a lot more because everybody else was doing it with their people. But anyways, I don't want to get into the weeds with that. All right. So then the club and What about in the Griffins? Anything you want to talk about in the Griffins that we could talk about on camera?
Um, no, I don't think, no.
Do you have any
I think
experiences with frogs, like the other aircraft?
Well, that's the 46.
The 46.
The 46, CH-46. No, I didn't do anything with them. Didn't touch them. Didn't.
You never walked through them?
Yeah, just
What
looked
about
at
the
them.
Osprey?
The Osprey, no, I saw them at a,
They were on the
somewhat
flight line.
yeah, on the flight line, but
Oh man.
didn't really get to get on them, walk
What about
around them.
punishments? Did they overly punish you in the Marine Corps?
Yeah,
What was the worst punishment
there
that
was
they
this
gave you?
one time. It was just this one time that I think it was unjustly, and can't really go too much into the background details of it because it involves somebody else. But the gist of it was that the CO, which was the Flying Griffin, whatever it was there, that basically an officer told me to stay in my room, which he didn't, but then the CO took his word over me. Yeah, so I felt that was fucked up. Because, all I was told at that time was like, go to your room, we'll contact you if we need you. That's it. That was done. And then it was like 6, 7 o'clock. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking stay here the whole day, waiting on somebody to. And then I left. Sergeant Keels was the one that actually got me.
Knucklehead.
Yeah, cool. He's cool. He's the one that actually got me where I was, and everything else came afterwards. That the captain on duty or the officer on duty told me to stay in my room, which he didn't. But they're gonna be a PFC or an officer. I don't know if it was a lieutenant.
You're somebody that I get to talk to about this. It's a very rare thing, because before we went to Africa, we dropped everything off in Africa in the hooches, and then we got back on a what were they called?
The
LCACs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where did they take us to?
To Africa.
No, they didn't. We landed to Africa on the KC-10s and the C-130s.
Oh.
And then we took the LCACs to get onto something else.
The Wasp.
The USS Wasp.
The Wasp.
And what happened after 45 days of the USS Wasp?
Then we come back.
Nope, we had Steel Beach. And then we had the shellback ceremony.
Yes, the
which
shellback
not a lot of
ceremony.
people can talk about.
Shellback ceremony.
So I have pictures and all that stuff about
Yeah.
it. But tell me your experience about the shellback ceremony from beginning to end, because not a
From
lot of
beginning-
people.
from
Yeah, because I
beginning
know
to
about
end.
it, but like not a lot of people know about it. I want this to be documented.
From beginning to end. Oh man, this was
What
so
you're
fucking
wearing,
long.
what it says on your shirt, and all that stuff.
I don't remember what
Well,
the
let
hell.
me-
my
can I help
shirt-
you?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have to start the day off. You have to wear your go fasters. For
backwards.
civilians who don't know what that is, that's your
Shower
tennis
shoes.
shoes or your tennis shoes or your running shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, your running shoes. You have to wear your cami pants inside out and your
shirt.
olive drab shirt inside out, and you have to right here.
You know,
You don't remember what you have to write here?
Scotty? No. Damn.
I know it.
Give me a little hint, or give me a little hint, or word, something to kind of.
All right, I'll give you a hint.
Slimy wet? No, slimy wet?
Slimy.
Damn.
You almost said the last word right, but it's wog.
Slimy wog. Oh,
Slimy wog. Yeah, slimy wog.
yeah.
So then you're looking like that. Even Hughes had the thing, like scurvy or
Yeah.
like a pirate.
Yeah. That reminds me of a picture. There's a picture, I think you sent it to me or something like that. That we were all sitting
Like
down.
this.
Yes. Well, I remember. I'm the only one.
I'm gonna
instead
put
of-
it up right
yeah.
here.
Instead of instead of putting both hands up, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just put one hand up, to go along with it. But yeah, I think I have fun because
That's in the hangar.
yes, I think I have fun because I knew it wasn't something. It was in boot camp, you know.
It
So
was in boot camp, and whoever didn't do it had to do it, including COs,
yes,
which included our CO,
Yes.
Pridgeon, which I'm not gonna take that out because if he
Yeah.
ever sees this, I want him to know that I hate him.
oh damn.
He ruined me.
Well,
He scarred me. This guy.
he liked me. I tell you, he gave me a token when I
Did
got
it
out.
look like this, like a pill shape,
No,
and it had a helicopter on it with a red?
no, it was actual coin, 461
Yeah,
coin.
with the helicopter on it and the logo, and it's
Yeah.
shaped like a pill.
No, it wasn't shaped like a pill. No, I know what you're talking about, but no, this one wasn't shaped like a pill.
It's like that shape,
Yeah.
right? That's what they give guests.
maybe.
That's what they give me on my way out. You got a paddle and you got a cool thing, and they got a carving.
Yes,
They give me
Gunny
that
Cop,
coin
yeah.
that they give guests. They
Gunny
didn't.
Cop
They didn't
actually
give
gave
me
that
anything,
paddle.
bro. They didn't care about me.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
so then we're still talking about the shellback ceremony because you start off in the hangar. You have to eat green eggs and ham and blue grits. You have to do I'm a little teapot with a bunch of grown ass men and sing stupid songs la
Yes.
la la. And then when you go
Yeah.
upstairs to the hangar, that's when the real
you
danger
get-
begins.
yep, you
They're,
get
like
sprayed.
blasting you with the real fire hose.
Yeah, with a real fire hose. Yeah, you're face down on that hard ass fucking. What would you
Non-skid.
call it? Yeah, non-skid. But what the hell would you call that?
The cat eyes.
Yeah, the kind of. But no,
The non-skid is
What
the
would you
paint.
call it? Yeah, but
The
try
black-
to. Yeah, but try to. I'm looking for a word.
Oh,
for
it's
the
basically for civilians. It's basically
scratch pad.
it's sandpaper floor,
But this
but like
was more
of
grittier.
the highest grit,
Grittier than fucking gritty.
way grittier because it's like
Yeah.
super thick for like aircrafts to land on.
Yeah.
So it's like rock
Yeah,
grit.
and you have to crawl on that, lay down, yeah.
While they're
roll
blasting
around.
you with a freaking fire hose.
Yeah, and
So
throwing-
downstairs it's
and-
like, oh, I'm a little teapot. Upstairs it's like, ah!
yeah, throwing flour at you in your face.
They make a pancake out of you. They take all the eggs, the flour, and the chocolate syrup. Oh
Yep.
man, the officers were all just part of it just as much. So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah,
yeah, get that.
yeah, take that. Do you remember what happens at the end?
Of the ceremony?
Yeah.
No, I do remember. I have a picture. I do remember. I got together with the Spanish crew. There were some Venezuelan, Colombian, a couple of Dominicans, Puerto Rican, and we took this picture.
That's cool.
Like with the ocean in the background. So I think I have that picture still. Yeah, I should. Yeah.
I also remember that all the Greek gods were there dressed up like whoever did it already that was like high rank. They dressed like Poseidon and Athena and whoever else, and they made us say a bunch of stupid stuff and made us do it one more time because we didn't want to say I love the Navy. We were like, I love the Marine Corps, and they were like, go again. And we were like, yeah. And then we got our card, which I lost.
Yes, I lost that too. But supposedly you can request a
I might
copy
have
or
to
something
do
like
that,
that.
'cause, yeah, that would be
I gotta
cool.
talk. Yeah, I gotta talk to my Navy coworker. That he probably knows something about that. So, yeah, but yeah, in Africa.
So which brings us back to Africa on that LCAX, which is like
Yeah,
very
yeah.
bouncy ride.
Very.
Um,
Oh, hold on. Do you remember when they opened up the back and put it like a pool so we can all swim in it?
that was the Steel Beach, and they also
Yeah.
gave us 2 beers that were very warm
I remember the beer, but
because it was very warm and unforgettable.
but anyways, yeah. That
Yeah, I'm
was,
not a good swimmer, so I was just like, you guys have fun.
nah, yeah, I enjoyed it.
You were
I
hanging
enjoyed
out
it.
with Martinez and Vega, and Worm.
Yeah, in Africa.
Man, I have a
also-
good memory. Back then, because I didn't smoke as much. Yeah.
And I have bad memory without smoking.
Yeah.
Go figure. Probably comes with old age.
Oh,
huh?
that's what that is.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Africa was an experience. Was an experience. I how should I put it? I kind of got shafted.
And the Marines shafted one
Go
of
figure.
their own people? That's something new. Go on, tell me the juicy details. This is something.
No, in Africa, I was basically the whole time there fucking night crew. Because I was, the fuck is, uh, man, not logistic. What the hell was the title? It was basically ordering and receiving parts for the helicopter. What the hell was that?
That's tool room.
No, it wasn't tool room.
It's not ordnance either.
No, it
It
wasn't
was
ordnance. Man,
it was something
only
shop,
me.
something shop.
I don't remember, but I was working in control room. I had like a little
Maintenance
desk.
control.
No, I was in maintenance control. I had my own little.
That's a
desk.
great position to be in. They were prepping you for leadership.
It wasn't. It wasn't that.
But
It wasn't that. But
that's some
anyways,
Jon Snow stuff.
Yeah, but anyways, it was only two of us that were doing that job over there. Rick, you remember Rick? Do you remember Rick?
You're going
He
by
was the
first names
lowest-
in the military. Like, I'm not going to remember.
Uh,
Oh, Rick, the funny guy.
yes.
Of course, the only guy that you would call by first name because people, for some reason, let him walk around like a civilian and do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, that's because one, he was white. Two,
Yep,
from
it's
what I
because
heard,
he was as white as he gets.
yeah, from what I heard, also, well, he was a nice guy.
He was cool and
Yes,
funny
he was
and
a cool
likable.
guy, yes, but also
And
he had
privileged.
an inheritance, so he didn't give a shit. So people knew he didn't give a shit. So it didn't matter if he.
He wasn't the only one that had that deal.
But anyways, so it was me and him that were doing that job, and of course they put me on night crew the whole fucking time there. I complained a little bit, but I mean, what the fuck is that gonna get you in the Marine Corps, you know? And part of it, I think, and I believe it was the guy who was the gunny that was in charge of us. He didn't like me very much. I think it was racist. I think it was racist. What the fuck was
There
his
was a
name?
lot of that in the Marine Corps.
The fuck was his name? Fuck.
What shop?
Uh,
Flightline?
no, maintenance control.
Oh, Gunny Berg.
Yes.
You get mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Yes.
I haven't thought of that name in a long time
No.
because.
No, he was one of them. No, it was Gunny Berg. He was tall.
Oh, then not this guy because this guy was not that
Yeah, no, he was tall. I think he had either blonde or at that time white hair.
tall. Oh, then he might have been a staff sergeant.
Yeah. No, staff sergeant. No.
It's okay,
No,
we
he
don't-
was a gunny. He was a gunny. Anyways,
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, he didn't like me very much, and I didn't like him very much.
Cop was still there, but he wasn't in Africa.
Yeah, I think he was.
Oh.
Gunny Cop, yeah. I think it was. And when I went to 302, he actually went over to 302 as well.
And he
he's the one
treated
that
you very good.
Yes, he's the one that gave me the paddle, going away paddle. Yeah,
But you told me before you even left that he was very kind to you.
yeah.
That he was like,
Surprising, because the
I wish I
461
would have made that decision.
Yeah, because in 461, everybody thought of him as an asshole.
And he
You know,
wasn't.
It was a hard ass. No, he
But
was a
maybe
hard
the
ass.
change of the location also changed him too, though.
Yes, maybe.
You know what? I'm realizing that in retrospect that 461 was just an extremely corrupt squadron, and we were fortunate enough to get out of there clean. Not me actually. I got out of there not clean.
No.
They messed me up.
Oh.
But you got out of there lucky.
Yeah. I went to 302. Rightfully so.
So
Rightfully
then you were night crew in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to go on any flights in your entire Marine Corps experience? How many?
I don't remember how many. Probably 4, 5, 6. I don't remember.
See, I only got to go
Something
on
like
one.
that.
And I
Really?
worked. Yeah, man, they did not like me, bro. So then, so then, that was, man, night crew. Did you get to do any sandstorms? Like, did any come through? Did any sandstorms come through while you were in Africa?
Oh, I don't know. I was.
I
Probably
got
sleeping.
to do. I did one in the daytime.
I was probably sleeping.
Did you get to go out in town and experience? Yeah, me and you went and had
Yes.
freaking camel one time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, the
we went to the restaurant.
Yeah, I think it was only once or twice that I got to experience it because, of course, I was night crew.
Djibouti.
Yeah.
We saw the locals. The men there that are friends hold hands. You remember that?
No, I don't remember
I
that.
remember that. Probably.
It's weird that you remember that.
It's not weird.
Yeah, it's weird that you remember somebody showing your dick, and I don't remember that. I'm messing with you.
You
guys, yeah.
remember?
No, I don't remember.
Anyways,
But yeah,
we live two separate Marine Corps lives. I'm starting to realize.
yeah, because yeah, that's again why I was night crew, you were day crew, and we very seldom got to hang out. Hey, in Africa, I don't know if you were there, but I went into flight line and some fucking genius decided that hey, the fucking dartboard could be put at the fucking entrance door.
I am so glad that you're bringing this up because I wanted to bring it up and I didn't think it was appropriate, and here you are bringing it up. So please continue. This is great.
So you remember getting a fucking dart right
I
here?
witnessed it with my own eyes. I thought it was on your cheek, but it was here.
It was here.
That's
I think at times,
what a close call,
yeah,
man.
at times I feel like the little bump in here,
It went like that, and then it just hung
and
out.
then you just
And you didn't even react. You just went,
I was
and
pissed.
then you just turned around and you walked out.
I was fucking pissed,
And we all were just like, holy shit. I
Yeah.
can't believe that just happened.
I was fucking pissed. And the thing is, if I would have stayed and asked who the fuck did it, what the fuck?
There was no denying it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you recall, the dartboard was right next to the entrance, which in retrospect was the dumbest idea you could possibly think of.
Yeah.
And whoever threw it was already standing there looking at you. All you had
was
to
it?
do was look straight. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Might have been
I
Worm. Might have been Walrod. I'm guessing Walrod because
Walrod.
he's an idiot.
Hey, dude, come on, dude.
That dude.
Tap.
Yeah,
Hey, dude.
Cool dude.
Yeah, dude.
Don't get me started with Walrod. I could write a whole. I could write a whole.
Man.
I could write a whole Broadway musical about Walrod.
Yeah, no.
And it would be a comedy and a tragedy.
Yeah.
All balled up into one.
But
And it would sell out.
Yeah, probably.
And it would only cover like 2 years.
Yeah.
People were like, "Who the fuck is that?" And be like, "Charles Travis Waller, bro."
Yeah. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You know,
Wow.
dude.
Anyways,
So-
I'm gonna have to edit the crap out of this, or maybe I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
It's
leave it.
Wool Rod. Come on.
Yeah.
But anyways,
People are gonna be like, "What the hell are they talking about, bro?" Anyways,
So that happened. I was fucking pissed as fuck, and I don't remember what else I did after that. I remember you said I walked out. I don't remember if I walked out, if I said anything. I just remember a fucking shit hit
It
me.
might have
and
been
I just
Hudson.
paused there, and I just paused there, and I remember getting pissed as fuck. And I remember that just fucking hanging there, and then I don't remember if I walked out, I pulled it out, somebody pulled it out. No, don't remember that. So did I pull it out
I think you walked out.
with it?
You might have. This was a long time ago.
I know.
But it was like very comical, everything, like the sequence.
It wasn't fucking funny to me.
I know, but like, you know how like tragedy plus time
Yeah,
equals comedy?
yeah.
In retrospect, it's pretty funny, right?
No.
Give me a break.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty
Maybe
funny
a
in
little bit.
retrospect.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. You're like, shoot! It's like, son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that also, I don't know if I should say,
Yeah, Djibouti, Africa.
yeah, if I should comment on some of the shenanigans that we did.
So then that covers Africa and the WASP.
Well, no, Africa also, I had fun. They gave us, I went on this trip that.
Oh, you went to Qatar.
Well, yes, I did go to Qatar. It was okay. It was with a bunch of other, but it was like
that was R&R in the middle of a deployment.
Yeah, which it was okay, but it wasn't. It wasn't out of this world. It was just like some place that kind of got set up for all of us to go there for some R&R. It had a pool. But you can only do so much of the same thing, you know. So you can kind of do everything in one day, and then you're like, that's it. Yeah, basically, you know. Yeah, I got to do that. But no, there was also a fishing trip that I got to go, where they took us out into the ocean, and then took a boat to this like little island over there. I got some pictures. DiCaprio was there.
I've seen these
Anderson-
pictures.
Anderson was there.
Man, if you send me these pictures, I might be able to put them up.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
Marco was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marco was there as well.
See, I wasn't there because they would not send me on flights or none of these R&Rs. They were like, nope,
Yeah.
Guzman.
Well, the thing is, with me, I think it was there was a sergeant, female sergeant, working in maintenance control, and also there was this gunny over there. He was really cool as fuck. He had a guitar. I don't know if you remember him.
Yes, Williams.
Yes.
What is
Williams.
going on? I don't know why I'm like remembering
Yeah.
names.
He was the coolest fucking.
He had a
ever.
mustache.
Yes, he was the coolest. The porn stash. He was the
Yeah.
coolest, and the sergeant. I don't remember her.
He played
I
Knights in
remember her name.
He had duty once, and I saw him play Knights in White Satin on the guitar,
Yes. So,
and he sang it.
but anyway, two of them kind of knew, and I guess I would bitch to them, give them little hints that, why the fuck am I on a night crew this whole fucking time? And, this guy is basically going out drinking every single fucking night, and I'm over here stuck, right? But anyways, so they kind of felt bad a couple of times, like, hey, why don't you go ahead, I'll take over, and, or something.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I got to do that, which it was, and it is. And the water was so fucking clear. Man, I remember me diving, and the fishes would be swimming around, and they would look like they were right there, and you're like trying to grab them. But
Fish?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. You trying to grab them, I'm diving down, and like, oh, wait a minute, I'm going a little too deep. Had to come back up.
That's like what you see on TV.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, got to do that. They cooked on the boat for us.
You're like, it's
was
all
really
right. And now
nice.
you're telling me it was like a magical experience. Like, whatever, bro.
Well, no, that wasn't the Qatar.
Oh.
The Qatar one was. It was
okay.
alright, but
Okay.
that boat ride, that was a good experience.
This was still during the
cool.
Africa
Yes.
So you got to go on 2 vacations on a deployment?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I'm like, I got to go to Yuma. Speaking of which, you got to go to Yuma too.
Yes.
I
that
liked
was
it.
Another experience.
I
yes.
liked it very much.
I liked it too.
I made friends with the locals.
I was married then.
Man, what a life.
Yeah.
What a crazy life.
Yeah.
Do you have any things that you can actually talk about that happened in Yuma, Arizona?
Yuma, Arizona? Yes.
We saw fixed wing aircrafts there.
Mm-hmm.
But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, over there. I remember a couple of times we got sent to watch the airplane, the bird, the helicopter, and
All 3.
with like full fucking, not flight suit, coverall, full
Coveralls.
coveralls.
Right.
Yeah, and being with soggy, wet socks and boots the rest of the fucking day, because there was only like 1 or 2 vans that took us to the fucking flight line, and it was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something like that. So it wasn't like, oh, let me take you, go change over, nothing like that. So yeah, because of that, I had years and years of fucking stinky feet.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
So get this, combat training. It's a 3-day war, and on the last day it was pouring,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to hump back to Camp Geiger from the woods, at night. So when I went to sleep, I'm like, do I leave my boots on with my soggy socks on, or do I take them off and let them
Dry out.
be wet and cold?
Mm-hmm.
And I chose the first one like an idiot. So when I woke up the next day, my feet were like Frankenstein. And then I thought nothing of it. And then I got athlete's foot for like years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got rid of it slowly.
But you know what helped me out? Epsom salt and baking soda.
Cool. I see that yeah.
Yeah, on those little bubble
Epsom
things.
salt's good for a lot of reasons.
So that what I did, and I haven't gotten any stench ever since. I started doing it when I moved over here to PA. I started doing that, and when I would get home, one, I don't wear the same socks 2 days in a row.
I love that they taught us change your socks every day. And I do that.
That also, when you come out of the shower and all that, make sure you dry in between your toes very well, and before you put any socks, anything.
Because that's
on.
like moisture is what
Yes.
feeds fungus.
So the Epsom salt and the baking soda, soak it for like 15, 20 minutes, all bubbly and all that, and dry it out really good. Dry it out really good and just let it air dry and do that. I think it took me like a week or maybe,
Nice.
yeah, or so. And basically cured of that
Nice.
crap. And I haven't had stinky feet after that, so.
Very nice.
Yeah, definitely. So if later on you develop stinky feet,
I'm
do
gonna
that.
go get stinky feet just so I can cure them.
Go ahead.
All right,
Dare you.
starting now.
Well, we can actually just pour water on them and just leave them
That's
like
what I was
that
about to
for a couple
say. I
of
could
days.
just say, ongo max. All right, so then that's Yuma. Nothing more to say about Yuma.
Oh, well, it was a good experience, but I remember that my phone at the flight line was the only phone that was working. My cell phone.
Wow.
Yes, I remember a couple of people, asking me, "Hey, can I use your phone?" Call my wife, girlfriend,
No.
like, for like 3 5 minutes. I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Wow.
Yeah, I
Things were
remember
different
that.
back then.
Yeah, I remember that, and it was Sprint. It was Sprint, which Sprint have been
Still
able
around.
to have. No, Sprint is no more.
Oh yeah, T-Mobile.
bought Sprint, but yeah, it was Sprint, and Sprint hasn't been known to have good service, but
That
they're
region, I guess,
out in the desert.
Arizona.
Yeah.
That was the closest I ever got to being in California because I drove, I was in a taxi, and then the guy was like, "Hey, we're in California," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then like 5 minutes later, he was like, "Yeah, we're back in Arizona." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah. So hold on, you didn't go to Vegas with us?
I went to Vegas to hang out with Morelli on my own.
No, with the Marine Corps.
Nope.
Because I did go to Ellis Air Force Base.
Wasn't invited.
Leonard, you remember Leonard?
Yep, he got in trouble
got-
and got away with murder practically.
Yeah.
Leonard.
What?
He gave alcohol to minors, and they were like, "Doo-doo-doo-doo," blonde hair, blue-eyed young man.
Yeah. So, yeah, Leonard, and it was just Leonard and me. We were the two peons, I guess. Non-NCOs.
The young ranks.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. But anyways, we went to Ellis Air Force Base, and first we stopped in Vegas. We stayed at the Luxor Hotel. Very nice hotel.
What was the detachment or attachment or?
I don't remember. We were gonna do some cross training with the Gay Force, with the Air Force.
With the chair force.
Yeah, Air Force. But we were mainly in our rooms or, mingling around the base, rec center, stuff like that. It was very limited. And we were only called when something was needed to be done. We didn't get any details, what they were doing, what they weren't doing. And, oh shit, I remember, not supposed to talk about it. Yeah, they told us we were not supposed to talk about it. It was like a secret mission type of thing.
Well,
But
then maybe, whatever you did from that point on, maybe you shouldn't talk about it.
I didn't do shit.
Oh, well, then they didn't tell you what they actually did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then good.
They didn't give me any details or nothing like that.
Well, then
so,
good.
So that's what I remember. So
So then, is there more in Yuma?
no,
'Cause-
Yuma. But anyways, on the trip back, we had to come with the helicopter back. Going out there, a group of us went in commercial.
You got to go on
airplane.
that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but on the way back, because one of the helicopters, something was going on. We had to stay there a couple of days, wait on parts, and then after the parts get there, we did the work. And I do remember getting cold as shit. I don't know
It's
if it was
the Arizona summer, in the
No, it
winter.
was-
I mean,
no,
not winter.
Yeah.
The night.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't in Arizona. It was on the trip
Vegas.
to Vegas. Yep, trip to Vegas. We had to come
This
back.
is desert.
Yeah, we had to come back, and I vaguely remember we had to stop Dallas, Alabama, no, Louisiana, Alabama, and then did we stop in South Carolina? I don't know. But anyways, in Louisiana, I think it was Louisiana or Alabama was that.
And what did you fly in?
Alligator, the 53.
So you got to do all
Yeah.
this. Damn, you lucky ass.
Yeah.
But it
And
must
there
have been
was
exhausting.
There was a sergeant there. There was a sergeant there that they let him take off. Yes, they gave him the control. Not supposed to, but yeah. I guess he only had like months before he could get out, and they're like, I don't know, but yeah, he got to do that. And also remember spending Thanksgiving somewhere. Wait a minute, somewhere in California. 29 Palms? Was it 29 Palms? I think it was 29 Palms. Yeah. No, I remember 29 Palms or somewhere in Arizona.
How long after Yuma did you go to 302?
How long after that?
And what made you want to?
What made me want to? Good thing you ask. There was 2 times that I was put on the list to go to Iraq. 2 times. The first time, it was in 04 to 05. I had just gotten married. My then wife was just pregnant.
Mm,
You remember her, right?
of course.
Yeah. Was just pregnant, and I remember it was January or February, something like that. That I was told I was on the list to go to Iraq. But anyways, so she had just basically moved over there. I had just basically moved over there. She didn't have any friends, no family, didn't know any fucking English either. So me going on deployment was not gonna be good for her. Not only that, her family at that time moved out to Dominican Republic, so she really didn't have anybody in New York.
They left her alone.
Kind of didn't leave her alone. I mean, she was married to me, but the thing is that how the hell was I gonna go to Iraq and then leave her in North Carolina alone? So, anyways, I explained.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, with no English, nothing, and no families or friends. So, I try to explain it to Staff Sergeant Meade at that time. I don't know if you remember Bullhead. Staff Sergeant Meade. Yeah.
He became a gunny at some point.
Yes. Yeah. And
I drew him a tattoo at some point.
so probably, but I remember he was sitting on a desk, and I was telling him about it, and he was like, not only did I tell him about it before I even tell him about me, the reasons why I should not be going, I actually spoke to a couple of the other guys around there that were single, that were eager to go over there and wanted to go over there, and I told them, well, such people, they want to go instead of me. He's like, no, I want you to go. He told me straight up like that, no, I want you to go. Why? I don't know why. But anyways, I requested mass, and our top, our gunny, top.
Top Harrison?
Yes.
Man,
Yes. God damn, you're fucking good with that. Yeah.
he's a good guy.
Yes. Requested mass. I spoke to him, and he was like, "I got it. Don't worry about it." I
Oh,
didn't
so
even
it
finish-
stopped there?
I didn't even finish, telling him the whole thing. I just told him about my wife recently and all of that. He was like, got you. Don't worry. You're not going. And yeah, I was taken off the list. So, yeah. But,
If only she knew what you did for her.
yeah. But, anyways, the next time, um, again, there was going to be another rotation for Iraq. And I was speaking to somebody from 302 that had been in 302 since, I guess we started around the same time. We had the same qualification, the same rank, same time in, everything. And he wanted to go deploy. He was tired of being stuck at 302 there, not going anywhere. And I didn't want to go anywhere. So when I got put on the list, I requested a switch. He requested a switch, and your favorite CEO granted it. And yeah, and 2 weeks after the switch was made, he had been sent to Africa.
Not Iraq.
Not Iraq, but I was scheduled to go to Iraq. Yeah, go figure.
I wonder why Gunny Me did that, because he was one of the very, 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 very few people who actually took me under their wing.
Yeah, and not only that, to me, he kind of helped me out one time that actually this girl came over to visit. I don't know if you remember, my ex came over to visit, and I had to put her in the closet. You remember?
No.
It was field day.
Okay.
Field day, and I had to put her in the closet. Well, I think he kind of figured out or found out for some reason, somebody told him or something like that, that I had a girl in my room and didn't do anything about it. So he helped me out there because I could have gotten in trouble. Yeah, I could have gotten in trouble.
I think he wanted you to go because he wanted reliable people. Even though that was like,
yeah,
holy crap, Iraq.
yeah, I didn't want to fucking go to Iraq.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember, probably don't remember, there was a crew, Spanish crew, that we met at the party zone, and you probably don't remember much or didn't hang out with us. There were a couple of us that we hung out a little bit, and some of them had gone to Iraq. The grunts said they didn't come back really, really good. Yeah. So why the fuck would I want to go to that? And I don't know if you probably heard some of the people that had came back from Iraq saying how they were protecting oil fields and future oil fields. You remember something like that?
Well, I remember when I was in Africa, Johnson was telling us.
Hey, I remember Johnson.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he was a corporal.
He went to 302 with me also.
Yeah, he was a corporal. He was married, and he told me a lot of stuff about marriage. But he I forgot what I was gonna tell you. Anyways, you were saying?
No.
I forgot what I was gonna tell you.
Yeah, about in Iraq they were protecting.
He said that it was Operation Iraqi Liberation, but then they changed it to Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Yeah, free Iraq.
Because Operation Iraqi Liberation spells oil.
So, anyways.
302. What was your experience like in 302?
It was mixed.
Well, that was like your last full year in the Marines.
Yep. Full year.
Why do I remember all these things?
Yep. It was mixed because at that time I was a corporal already, so I kind of had some rank. But then again, I didn't want to be an asshole either, And also, I knew I wasn't gonna re-enlist, so it wasn't like I was a hard charge or anything like that, But there was this one staff sergeant that he denied recommendation or did not recommend me to become sergeant because I specifically did not want to become a fucking plane captain. Yeah, a plane captain. What was the saying over there, plane captain? You remember that? a crew chief's bitch, the plane
Oh.
captain. Remember? You did all the fucking work, but none of the flying fucking, um, you know,
Yeah.
none of the flying.
Yeah,
So,
Jenkins was a plane captain.
yeah. So, why would I want to do that, especially on my last fucking year or a couple of months, before I got out, become, if a plane captain, you had to do basically what a crew chief is supposed to do or does, right? But yeah, you don't get the glory of flying. You got to clean the airplane, inspect the airplane, fix the airplane, but yeah, you don't get to fucking
Do the
fly.
60 hours, all the inspections, the pre-flights.
Clean flights, all of that, but yet you don't get to fly. So why the fuck was I gonna put myself in that situation? So I did not want to fucking become a plane captain, and that's why he kept on denying my. Everybody else approved or recommended me to become sergeant. Everybody else, but he didn't. So I was like, all right.
You can
I don't
sign
give a
up for
fuck.
sergeant today.
Oh no, I did become sergeant on leave.
Good.
When I was on leave, he couldn't not recommend me for sergeant, so I got a DD 215, I believe it is.
That's what happened to my homie.
So I did become sergeant. Yeah, but anyways, uh, there was a point in time that I kind of wanted to go back and go over there and go like, hey, I made sergeant. Fuck you. Yeah, because the thing is, if I became sergeant, it was not gonna hurt, or you weren't gonna gain anything. You know,
It's
a
petty.
flight line. Yeah, exactly. It was fucking petty as fuck. And the thing is, he knew I was not gonna fucking re-enlist. Not only that, that fucking money could have fucking helped me out and my family at that time.
They don't care.
Yeah, so he didn't give a fuck. He just fucking, I don't know, cared about his ego.